they'd go get in that water, you know. Have to watch, make sure they didn't step on you. That big old ton of motion. That probably scared me worse than anything ever happened. But
they're gonna go drink.
they're gonna go drink. But here we had a new barn, so we moved into the barn. It had a big milking stanchion in the middle and two granaries on the granary on each end, you know. Brand new, man. I never would get that. We were so happy. And nice grass pasture back there, you know. Well, I mean, that was all right. And
He must have had a lot of money.
who?
Slaughter.
Oh, the multi-billionaires, they own the whole world. And they still do own most of it. They got that house built, boy, and I mean, we moved in there and Mama was so happy. Didn't have water running in the house yet, but we got it in there. And they had a deal out there where the water run out of the pipe, it overflowed, you know, and run out to the garden and everywhere. It ran through a big wooden trough about 8-10 feet long in the shade inside. That's where your milk and your eggs and everything went, you know.
That was water right up out of the ground?
Butter, oh yeah.
So it's 50.
180 feet deep, cold water.
Yeah. What happened when the wind wasn't blowing?
You had storage tank.
Oh, okay, okay.
Finally bought a propane cook stove and a bottle of propane.
Before that, you just cooked with what? Mesquite or?
Cow chips, whatever we could find to burn.
Yeah, there's nothing out there.
There's shinnery bushes in our pasture. That was me and Rex's job to go down in the shinnery patch and with a wagon and get a load of shinnery stumps. Dead stuff, you know.
A hatchet or a machete or what?
I'll just pick it up, jerk it up out of the ground.
Okay, okay.
That's where Rex come in handy because he'd sniff out them rattlesnakes ahead of you all the time. And the sand blows so hard that I've actually seen a 4-wire fence, a tumbleweed would blow up against it during the sandstorm. And when the sand cleared away, you could just walk right over the fence.
It's like a snow drift or something.
Same thing, you know. You'd have to go down and dig all that out, so, you know, before the cattle got there. We made some pretty good crops and made a little money, but about the time we was getting ahead, getting on our feet, old Gordon got up and took off to the war, and I quit school.
And was Gordon 18 or 17 or?
I think Gordon was almost 19. His birthday's in July. His birthday's in February. And he was 18 in February. And he went in July.
Okay.
Came over here to Little Rock, Arkansas, to out here at Fort Root, where I go, Camp Robinson. Took his basic training, came home for 10 days and went straight to Germany.
Did y'all have a radio or anything? Did you hear news? Or
We did have an old radio, yeah. Most of the time, I remember we lived over there in the Yellow House. I remember Uncle Ed he had a big old Dodge car. He'd drive it up next to the window on Saturday night. And he'd hook the cables onto the battery and run it through there and hook it up to the radio. Him and Daddy and Uncle John and all of them, and men were sitting to play dominoes, so the Grand Ole Opry went off, you know. We listened to Grand Ole Opry all night.
So you didn't have electricity? You had to...
No, we didn't have any electricity for a long time. Finally we got electricity and bought a refrigerator. Boy, we'd get right up tall cotton then. And if Gordon hadn't went to the war, we'd have been all right. But Daddy was in the bed with pneumonia when Gordon left. And wasn't nothing for me to do but to quit school and try to farm. And I was pretty small. I was a sophomore in high school. Weighed about 100 pounds wet. And old big cut. Go out there and bale him, bundle them old cane bundles, you know, that weighed 60 pounds. High gear and stuff. The cattle.
Cane, what do you mean cane?
Well, just cow feed, you know,
Oh, okay.
horse feed. And Uncle Ernest, that old fart, he'd get up on the wagon and make me throw it up to him, he'd stack it. He had the mind of about a 7-year-old kid. He had scarlet fever or something when he was a kid and it burned him up.
Mm.
He always wanted to be a cowboy. He wanted to ride horses all the
And how was he related?
time. Daddy's brother.
Okay, and, okay.
Daddy, it fell on Daddy to take care of all of the misfits in the family. And my mama, I admire that woman. They moved him a little old shack out there and wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, Uncle Charlie and Uncle Ernest being sitting in there in the living room and Mama to get up and cook breakfast for him, you know. She'd have to get up, start a fire in the fire.
And what was a normal breakfast?
Eggs, sausage, oatmeal, biscuits, good as it gets.
Yeah. So you had chickens?
Had chickens, we had milk, had feed, we had garden every year and canned a bunch of stuff. Always canned beans and all that, you know. We raised our own popcorn, raised our own peanuts and all that. We never, and during the war, during the bad times, we never hurt for food.
No, the city folk probably had troubles. and you
City
guys-
folks had a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Any of my buddies would come out to stay all night with me or something in town. Boy, they'd eat like pigs because they didn't get to eat like that at home. Finally, we gave up the ghost and gave the farm back to some and moved us down to Spur, Texas. I got a job at a filling station, and Hazel got a job at a ticket agent at the theater. Daddy was still sick. He was sick all the time.
And you said theater. How old were you? Where did you see your first movie?
Oh, that was in Levelland.
The Wallace Theater?
Over there, back on the west side of the road, on the north side of the road there.
Yeah, in the square.
Yeah.
That I've kind of wanted you to meet some of them people and tell that story because they're rebuilding it right now and they're real big on stories like that. I don't know, kind of give a recount of what happened.
Some cowboy show was on. That's the first show I'd ever seen. And
How old?
Oh, I was, good Lord, 7 years old. So, well, no, I was big. I was older than that because we'd already been in. We'd already been in, had our dugout thing and all